All right, let's talk about a pretty wild idea. What if the very things that are engineered to drain your wallet could actually be the key to building your wealth? Today, we're going to dive in and learn how to hack the system that's designed from the ground up to keep you broke.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. A little dramatic, right? But here's the thing. The source material for this explainer argues that this is the reality for pretty much anyone in their 20s or 30s right now. You're not being hunted by a person, but by a system. A massive, intelligent system designed to capture every single spare dollar you make.
And this whole system, it actually has a name. It's called the microtransaction trap. It's basically the science of getting you to spend tiny amounts of money so often that you don't even notice how much is flying out of your account.
And yeah, just look at this list. I mean, how many of these feel familiar? A $10 battle pass here, a $15 food delivery there, maybe a few $5 app upgrades. You know, on their own, they seem totally harmless. But when you stack them all together, month after month, well, that's when they become this constant invisible drain on your finances.
And this right here, this quote just nails the problem. It's that feeling when you look at your paycheck, then you look at your bank account, and you're like, where did it all go? The math just doesn't add up. That feeling of being perpetually broke, even with a pretty good job, that's not an accident. That is the trap working exactly as intended.
Okay, so that's the problem. It sounds pretty bleak, right? But what if you could actually flip this whole game on its head? That's where we get to the really cool part, the arbitrage secret. Arbitrage is just a fancy word for taking advantage of a price difference. And in this case, it's about finding the hidden financial opportunity inside this trap.
Now, this is the key insight, so listen up. This isn't about becoming some super disciplined monk who avoids everything fun. It's about a strategic shift in your thinking. See, the wealthy aren't just saying no to these things. They're figuring out how to actively profit from the very same systems that are draining everyone else.
So let's get into the good stuff. Hack number 1. This one's called the dopamine swap, and it's all about fighting that impulse to spend right when it hits you.
You know the feeling, right? You're scrolling, you see something, a new gadget, a cool skin for a game, and you get that little buzz, that itch, that urge to just click buy. That's a dopamine hit. But what if you could get that exact same satisfaction and end up richer for it?
And this is where the shadow buy rule comes in. And trust me, it is incredibly simple. The second you feel that urge to spend $50, you just stop. Instead of opening Amazon, you open your investment app and you buy $50 of an asset, a stock, an ETF, which is just a basket of stocks, basically anything that has the potential to grow in value.
I mean, the psychology here is just perfect, isn't it? You still get that rush of spending the money, so you scratch that itch, but just look at the difference in the outcome. The impulse buy is basically worthless the second you get it. The shadow buy, on the other hand, well, that asset starts working for you.
All right, moving on to hack number 2. And this one targets one of the biggest money sinks in our modern world, convenience itself.
Yeah, we're talking about what's called the laziness economy, and it's built on a really simple premise. People will pay a massive premium to avoid even the tiniest bit of effort. I mean, think about it. Food delivery, one-click shopping, instant streaming, it's all designed around the idea that we'll pay anything to not have to get off the couch.
And check this out. This shows you just how big that premium is. We're essentially paying a convenience tax. In this example, it's a 40% markup just to get a meal brought to your door. You're literally paying 10 extra bucks just to avoid a task that takes maybe 30 minutes.
So here's the move. Stop paying the tax and start collecting it. The big idea is to own what's called the boring infrastructure that makes all this convenience possible. We're talking about the companies that own the warehouses, the payment systems, the data centers, all the unsexy but absolutely essential businesses that everyone else is paying to use.
Okay, now for our third hack. And honestly, this one might be the most powerful of them all. It's not about how much money you have right now. It's about an asset you have that billionaires would literally pay anything to get back.
And that asset, it's time. I know it's easy to feel like you're behind when you're young and you don't have a lot of cash, but the truth is, a long time horizon is the ultimate financial superpower. It's the magic ingredient that makes wealth grow.
Don't believe me? Okay, let's just run the numbers. Check out these two investors. Our early investor puts in just $500 at age 20. The late investor, on the other hand, puts in 10 times that amount, $5,000, but doesn't start until age 45. So who do you think ends up with more money?
And the winner is the early investor. And not just by a little bit, by over $100,000 more. That is the insane power of compounding interest over time. The big lesson here is that famous saying, it's not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. You let your most valuable asset, time, do all the heavy lifting for you.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the theory and the different hacks, but what do you do right now? Today, let's break down your very first move. It's a little challenge called the Vice Audit. Step 1, be brutally honest with yourself. Where is your money actually going? Is it Uber Eats, video games? Find that single biggest leak. Step 2, do the math. Figure out exactly how much it's costing you every single month. And step 3, use the enemy's own weapon against them. You're going to set up an automatic transfer for that exact amount straight into an investment account. You pay yourself first, just like another subscription.
Because at the end of the day, this is what it all boils down to. The entire modern economy is designed to make you a user for life, someone who's always paying monthly fees for access. The only way to truly win this game is to change your mindset, to shift your identity from being a consumer to being an owner.
So, I'm going to leave you with this question. I really want you to think about it. What is the one microtransaction that is bleeding your bank account dry? Because just identifying it, that's the first step to flipping the entire script. Thanks for tuning in.